Hi, I did Mad Max 6, and this is a Muscle Beach TV. And for the very first time on the show, man, I got the Blade, Mr. Olympia, Dexter Jackson. Dexter, welcome to Muscle Beach TV, dude.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing out there, man?
It's so good to have you on the show. First time for me, man, so I'm very, very excited. I got two Mr. Olympia in a row. I got Dorian and Dex. It's a good week for me, man. So, Dex, I want to recap a little bit your amazing career. You started, how old are you when you started bodybuilding, actually?
Um, 22.
22. As a bantamweight, moved every single class until obviously now you'd be a heavyweight, and won every single title there is to win. And you're still going strong, man. Top 3 at the Olympia last year, and you're not showing any sign of slowing down, man. What's your secret?
Secret is my parents, man. Great genetics and stuff, and taking care of myself, of course. Listening to my body, and with my genetics that I got from my folks, it allows me not to do cardio. People doing hours and hours of cardio a day, that can wear and tear on you, man. So I was able to get away with not doing any of that.
Wow.
And abs, I don't train abs. So I've been blessed with great genetics. Let's just say that.
Wow. If you didn't do bodybuilding, would there be anything else that you would have loved to do, or that would be interesting you, career wise?
Well, I was initially going to play, college ball, hopefully go to the NFL. I was that good.
Wow.
But my girlfriend got pregnant in high school, and she's white, so she got disowned. So I was to be a man. I was always taught to be a man. So we got our own place while I was in high school.
Wow.
Got my own apartment. My aunt got it for me, and raised my family. I was working 2 jobs and going to school.
Wow. How many kids do you have, Dex?
I got 3 kids. I've raised Gail's daughter since she was 4, so she's my kid too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a total of 3. I got a granddaughter. She's 6 years old. Dexter's 20, maybe 29. Maya, she just graduated from the Air Force Academy. She's 22. And Celine, she's 18, and she just graduated from high school, going to college. And Dexter, he plays arena football.
Well, you seem too young to have all these kids and grandkids, and still doing so well in bodybuilding, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's like you had 2 lives. Huh?
This is true, yeah. Some would think that, yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your move to California. You did very, very well, obviously, your whole entire career. Actually, I don't even think that there's any shows where you actually didn't place, but you spent a lot of your career in Florida, and at one point you decide to make the switch. You say, you know what, I need a change. I need a change of scenery. So you come to Venice, and then what was the whole idea behind that, and what did you want to accomplish? Because you were doing so well already. Why did you do this?
Well, in 2010, I started seeing a decline in my physique.
You did?
Yes.
Wow.
That's when I lost to Evan Cineponte here
At the
Flex
flex,
Pro.
yeah.
So, and my glutes were like gone, and the blade with no glutes, that's
That's not the Blade.
That's not the blade. So I was seeing a decline in my physique at the time, and I was actually ready to retire. And I remember Gail and I contemplating on retiring. You know what I'm saying? And then I ran into Charles, and Charles was like, "Man, you should need to come on out to Venice and train. Let's try some whole different stuff, So I came out here and started training with Charles, all machine work. And a lot of people say you can't put on size with machines, but that's all I do now, strictly machines. I'm bigger than I've ever been. 260 right now, in good shape, in excellent shape.
You're super heavy. Never mind heavyweight. You're up to the super.
And I'm in amazing condition right now. This whole off season, George has me on a off season diet. So let me go ahead and introduce George into my plan. Into my career as well. Around the same time, Charles told me to come out here. George also said, I was training with Joe McNeil at the time. Joe was like,
Yes.
he was done. He's like, there's nothing I can do. He was ready. He tired after that.
Oh, really?
And George is like, you should give me a try. At the time, I'm like, George Farah. I mean, I knew George from competing, but
Yeah.
You can't be a guru competing. So I'm like, so him and Honey at the time, I'm like, these two guys are scrubs. They don't know nothing. Because George and Chad Nichols was running things back then. They was the gurus.
Right.
And so George is like, let me get a try. Give me a try. I gave George a try, man. And lo and behold, he brought my physique back to where it is now today, and even better than I've ever been right now.
And that's another thing I wanted to ask you. It seems like, again, we're joking you had two lives and stuff, but you seem to also have, two careers. You're right. There was a point, and even when you first came here, you weren't doing as well as you were used to, and it must be discouraging after a while. And then suddenly it just started taking off again, all the way almost winning the Olympia again, and it's like unbelievable.
And let me explain why. Because the plan that George has me on with food and eating so much food. George is the type of person that feeds you. You eat a lot of food. When I first got the diet, I was like, there's no damn way I'm gonna eat all this food. Impossible. So it took me about 3 months to be able to eat all the food that he gave me. Yeah. Over the diet that he gave me. And as I got older, when I was younger, I could eat 3 meals a day, drink 4 shakes, and we good. I'm killing it. Best I ever been. Years and years. But as I got older, that shit wasn't working for me no more, as we were able to find out. Because when I got with George, that's when we switched things around. Food, different diet and all that stuff, and eat more meals. Now I eat 5 meals and eat 1 shake a day.
Right.
And we even cut that out. So then it's 6 meals. So, and even on the off season, so when my physique was declining, of course, it's going to take a while before that, you start putting on some quality muscle again after eating that clean food. So after about 2 or 3 years of me and George training and I'm eating like that,
adjustment period.
Yeah, that's when I start getting bigger and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And just getting better and better, man. That's what clean food do for you.
Yeah, because that density you have now is just like,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, Of course, most people think off-season training is off-season is off-season. You eat what you want to eat. And when I was younger, I did that. I did do that. I can eat what I want and still stay lean.
Yeah.
I probably still can stay relatively lean now, but if I'm trying to get up to 260, it's impossible for me to eat bad and look good.
Yeah.
So of course I have to diet year round. Now that's the tricky thing right there, is trying to being able to eat clean the whole year is hard as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's hard as hell to be able to do that. So what I do is I eat 5 meals a day, clean meals, and then I eat what I want. Nice. And I'm able to stay lean year round.
Yeah, that's not off season, it's progress season, as we call it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to remind you of something. In 2008, when you won the Olympia, you, at the press conference the next day, you said, and I remember like it was yesterday, I know how to make the proper adjustment to make sure that I could actually beat Jay this year. Can you expand on that? And when you talk about making this small adjustment, what is it that you meant? Remember saying that?
What year was this?
2008, when you won the Olympia.
I don't know.
Jay doesn't remember. Jay doesn't know how to make the proper adjustment.
Because, it's Jay was, after seeing photos of Jay, I knew he was playing my game. I knew he was gonna try and come in shredded. So Jay trying to come in shredded, that means he's gonna lose some size. Now if Jay was Jay at 270, great condition, not shredded, I ain't have a chance. But when I saw he was shredded and getting smaller and smaller, that's when I had confidence. I knew I could beat him.
But you always, somehow, you're one of those people, just like Sean Ray, and probably even more than Sean, where if you compete, we know you're going to be in shape. There's not one time where you actually compete and said, Dexter is off. I don't think it's ever happened. If it happened maybe once or twice, I can't even tell you which show if that happened. So are you the one making those adjustments, or was it Joe or George that were able to just look at you and make those slight adjustments? Because they are slight adjustments. It's nothing crazy you guys are doing.
Well, I can come in shape myself. I don't need anybody to help me come in shape. But for me to come in full and in shape, that's what I need George and them for. Gotcha. I'm always going to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? I don't need I can diet 6 weeks right now and be in shape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got to know how to peak the day of the show, not before the show or after the show.
That's the combination that's so hard to get. It's that
Exactly.
fine line of fullness and condition.
You know, and I get all the time people tell me, well, Dexter, you've been doing, you don't want all these shows. You don't need no trainer. You know more than the trainers. Listen, man. Never think you know it all. Never think no one knows more than you. There's always somebody know more than you. You know, I always tell people all the time that even Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in history, he had a shooting coach. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, he still had a shooting coach.
Yeah.
So don't think you above everybody where you don't need a coach. You know what I'm saying? I always, because you know when you dieting and stuff and you get ready for competition, your mind play tricks on you. You look in the mirror one day, you look shredded. Next day, it's like, damn, I ain't as hard.
You lose that.
See, but when you got a trainer to be like, Dexter, chill, you good? There ain't nothing. This is why this happened. This is why this happened. Then you calm and you good.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about all that stress. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got him in my corner, so I ain't got to stress.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about Chris. You know, Chris Lewis, your new trainer. You guys are killing it in the gym lately. How is that training with Chris? He's something else, man. That guy.
Yeah, he's a big bully. You know, he. Nah, he's a good guy, man. I've been knowing Chris for many years, and he actually, Charles is, he was his mentor. You know, so he know the game. He's been around since Flex and all those guys back in the day.
Yeah.
He's been right here in the same very gym all these years, 20-something years. You know what I'm saying? So, so get with Chris. You know, I wanted to try something different this year. You know, nothing against Charles. I love Charles to death. And I just wanted to try something different. That's all.
Yeah.
There's nothing, no beef with nobody, nothing like that.
I'm glad you said that because people just like one day you're with Charles, one day you're with Chris. Like people always seem to think this big conspiracy.
Yeah.
People hate each other. That's not the
Well,
case.
that's always, that's people always drawing conclusions on shit, man.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell people, worry about yourself. Don't worry about what's going on over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If everybody worried about themselves, we wouldn't have so many problems in the world today.
Yeah, that's for sure. So let me ask you this: you win the Olympia in 08, you lose the next day, the next year, and after that, people are like, oh, okay, well, Dex had his Olympia, and it's probably over for him. And then you come back and almost win the Olympia again, and now people are like, holy shit, I think Dexter can win the Olympia again. This is kind of like the seat you're in right now.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
I feel good, man.
I bet you do.
I really feel good because I want to win at least one more title.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that your goal before you retire?
that's my goal for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you do that, once you get that second title, what's next for Dex?
Well, I wanted to win every Arnold before I retire.
Okay.
Okay, I got 2 more to go. I got the Arnold Asia and also Brazil. I won all other Arnolds. So once I get those 2, then I'll be the first one to ever win every Arnold. I don't know if I doubt if that'll ever happen again.
Yeah, you established your dynasty, man. That's for sure. I think you have the most pro wins of any athlete. You won every single show almost.
Competed more than any pro.
Yeah, man. Milos used to have that title, right? I think.
Yeah, used to. I passed Milos. I passed Milos a couple years ago.
Yeah, man. He knows the deal. I mean, but I can't. It's hard to imagine having such a for someone to have such a great career. Will you miss bodybuilding when you go? And what are you gonna do after it's done?
Of course, I'm gonna miss it, man. I love competing. You know, people ask me all the time, "But Dex, why you still compete? You don't want every damn thing." I said, "Well, I'm 47 years old. My parents, Gail's parents, they all retired. They still working again. They back working again. I'm only 47. If I retire right now, I'm gonna be doing something again. I might as well ride this until the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I start losing the jokers I ain't got no business losing to, it's time to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as long as I'm at the top, why the hell should I retire?
Why
I'm
would
making
you-
a lot of money.
That's my point.
I work 2 hours. I work out an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, and then I ride around in the sunny California weather, chilling the rest of the day.
I
And
love
you
when
want
you
me to
said
retire?
that. I love when you say that. But this is something that's really, really cool about you. There was one point, at some point in your career, you didn't have a sponsor. You didn't have you with Muscle Tech before,
Yeah.
and even then, the guy wins almost every single pro show there is in the year. So you're still making a great living.
You know what though? I wanted, because all the supplement companies out there that wouldn't want to pay me what I was worth because they thought I was older, and then I started declining in 2010.
Yeah.
When I left, when I got when Muscle Tech let us go,
Yeah.
they thought it was over for me, and so and then you want to come and offer me something way less than I'm worth. I'm not gonna bring down, the standards of the younger guys coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just, you know what? I don't need that.
Keep your money.
I'm gonna show you. So I started competing and winning every show.
I love that. So he lives on his winning. That's awesome. Dex, talks about your shows. You still have the shows. You're promoting shows still?
Yes, I got 4 shows that I promote. I got one next weekend. Dexter Jackson Memphis Classic.
What date?
That is the 24th,
Okay.
June 24th. And then July 29th, I got Dexter Jackson Classic in Jacksonville.
Nice.
And then in November 11th, I've got my brand new show with Jack Tatone. That is in Nebraska, not Nebraska, but Omaha.
Okay.
Okay, it's in Omaha. I forgot what city, but it's Omaha, and it's November 11th. It's gonna be the first year that we're putting this on. I just guest posed in the same, um, in the same arena that we're gonna have our show in. I just guest posed last week, and it was packed,
Nice.
amazing. So it's gonna be really nice to put on a show there, especially knowing that you're gonna have a lot of support from from the locals.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's November 11th. That's going to be the Dexter Jackson Championships. Okay, you can go to builtbyblade.com to look up all my shows.
Great.
All the information is on there. You know what I'm saying?
You still like promoting shows?
Yeah, I love promoting shows. It's just a little hard now because Gail do most of the work. I'm not going to even lie.
Yeah.
She's the backbone of this.
It's a lot of work.
She's the backbone of this put on shows, man. Because I'm here and I'm trying to focus on keep, building my brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all that stuff, and of course, making the money to help continue putting on these shows for the athletes because I'm not making a lot of money from these shows. I'm straight up. I'm just blessed to be able to give back and have people, have something for people to be able to compete in my cities. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. That's awesome. Dex, I'm gonna let you go, man. I know you gotta get eaten. I just finished training with Chris and stuff, but thank you so much for coming on the show. I was really want to do the interview. Best of luck at the Olympia, man. We're what? T-minus how many weeks?
13 weeks from Saturday.
Yeah, 13 weeks, man.
Friday, from tomorrow.
Yeah, for tomorrow. So it was great to have you on the show, man. I hope to have you some more in the future. And then that's it, Dex. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Appreciate it, D. You guys take care out there, man. Peace.
All right, Dave Max 6 for Muscle Beach TV, and we're out.